Welcome back to Third Eye View. We're here with expert dowser Linda Poff, and she's going to be demonstrating some dowsing. So Linda, first, before we get started, do you want to tell us a little bit about some of these tools that you've brought with you?
Yes, I've brought the pendulum. This is my pendulum that I like to use all the time. And it's on a chain, but pendulums can be on strings or whatever you like to use it with. And it's so important before you start dowsing to connect to the universe and get ready to work. And the best way to know if your pendulum is ready to work is to ask it a couple of questions, which are very easy questions.
Okay.
You want to know what your yes answer is, because quite often a question you need to know a yes answer. So I'm going to ask my pendulum, show me a yes answer. And it's doing a counterclockwise circle,
Circular
which is
motion. Okay, so that's your yes.
Yes
All
answer.
right.
So pendulum.
You pass, pendulum.
And I always thank it after it's worked with me.
Absolutely.
Because I truly respect the tools that I work with. Now, pendulum, can you show me a no answer? And it's going back and forth, which is my no answer.
So kind of going like this direction, is
Yes,
it? Okay.
back and forth.
And does that ever change with your?
It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't. But my yes and no may not be the same as your yes and no. So that's why everyone needs to work with their tools to find out what their answers are.
Okay, yeah, because the way it could swing for me could be clockwise and side to side or something like that. Okay.
Exactly. Yes.
So check in first.
Yes. That's so important. And then the other tool I brought are dowsing rods.
Okay.
And these dowsing rods are made of copper, and they are in an L shape. So they're L-shaped rods. And they sit in this loose copper hollow tube. So it freely moves on its own when you're using them.
Okay, so that's not stationary or stuck to this rod. It's
Not
loose.
at all. It's very loose and it just spins on its own. So to use the rods, you place one in each hand.
Woo!
All right, rods, are we ready to work here? And I can ask, can you show me a yes answer? Rods, can you show me a yes answer? And that's my yes.
Okay.
When my right comes around.
Ooh.
So thank you, rods.
Yes, thank you, rods.
Now, rods, I'm ready to work again. I have a question. I would like to ask you to show me a no answer. Show me what a no answer is. And that's my no answer when they cross like that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for demonstrating that. So with either tool or any of your dowsing tools, it's important to connect and ask these questions each time?
Yes.
Okay.
Before you start anything. And with the pendulum, I use it in numerous ways. If I'm clearing homes, I will use the pendulum to find out where the negative energies are coming into the homes. Or if I'm working on a client, I will use my pendulum to help me clear the chakras, to realign the chakras. So there's a variety of things that the pendulum will do other than just yes and no answers.
Ah, so what types of things would we need to do to set up, say per se, if we were, for Deborah Claire, if we were clearing some chakras, is there something like to do on her body, or would that be you holding it in your hand again?
It would be. I would have her laying on a massage table, and I would just work.
She's done that before.
A few times, I'm sure. And I would just work at the top of her head and crown chakra and work right down to her base chakra with the pendulum, and it would show me when everything was realigned.
Okay, wow. I did not know you could use it to clear chakras.
No, I
That's
didn't
awesome.
either. I like
Instead of the
that.
simple yes or no like you were saying. Now, for viewers at home who either already have a pendulum or have a needle and a string, is there something simple that we can show them to do beyond the yes or no? Is there another purpose for these rods in the home or anything like that?
With the L rods, I use them to find lost objects.
Oh, so keychains, glasses, phone. I think we all lose those items.
What I do is when I go into the house, I visualize what I have lost, and I ask the rods to show me where the lost object is, and they will point into a certain direction. Okay. And I just keep following the rods along until I come to my lost object.
Ah, well, we do have a few not as nice copper rods as you, but they are quite interesting because these were made out of household items. Now, if somebody was looking to make rods at home, is there any suggestions that you have for items that they could use if they're making it on their own?
Well, a lot of people just use old coat hangers.
Oh, the metal coat hangers.
The metal coat hangers, yes. And just to bend them to make your L-shaped rod, and then just have something to hold on to that's firm enough that wouldn't collapse.
Okay.
And that your
this feels
rod...
like plastic on here.
Yes.
Straws, I believe.
Straws.
Yeah.
Oh,
and that's a great idea, yes. Just something that your rod will freely move into, and then just with a bead on the end so your rod stays on.
Okay. And I like how it's on this end too, because I would imagine coat hangers or something metal would be quite sharp.
Yes, yes. I happen to have the colors of the chakras on the end of
I
mine.
like that.
But that's perfect. Just something on the end to make it safe.
To make it safe.
And
I did see it swinging back at you there,
well,
and I thought,
I have got hit in the face a few times with it if I've got them too close to me.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, you got to be careful to pay attention when it's swinging around there.
Yes.
Oh,
and you can also use the rods to douse for water.
Okay, yes. Or earlier, Deborah was mentioning how she used it to find her septic tank.
Yes.
Yeah, the lid was covered, and that was the intention. We were desperate. We dug everywhere and couldn't. And the rods, actually, it was a tree branch, and it took us.
Yes.
Yeah. So I am a firm believer in that, how they work.
Wow. So there you have it. You don't have to have any specific expensive tools. You can use something as simple as a sticks or coat hangers or a needle and thread.
There's another way. I've seen people do it this way.
That's right. There's a couple ways to do it with
okay.
your body as well. Yes, you can do it that way to form two circles with your thumb and first finger connected in each.
Okay, yeah.
And if you try to pull them apart, you can find it's very tough, very stiff to pull them apart.
Not really, yeah.
So if you ask a question, you of course want to know your yes and no answer. So the best way to start is show me a yes and try to pull your fingers apart. And I find it's very tough.
Right.
It doesn't come apart easily at all. Then you can ask your fingers to show you a no.
Show me a no. Oh.
And look how easy it is to come apart.
Oh my goodness. So what are some incidences that I would use that for?
It's great if you're out in public. You don't have your tools with you.
Whip these out at the supermarket.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess we all have our fingers with us.
We
kind
do.
of thing.
And I often use my body for dowsing too. If I ask my body a question and the answer is yes, I tip
You're swinging
forward.
forward.
If it's a no, I swing back. So if I go to the health food store and I need a new vitamin and there's 4 brands of the vitamin that I need, I will dowse each brand to find out which one is best suited for my body at that time.
Oh, I love that because, again, you always have yourself with you. And it's something that if you're swaying a little bit, it doesn't look as interesting in the supermarket as a pair of these or bringing out the pendulum.
Exactly.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us today, Linda. If you have any comments or questions about dowsing, feel free to comment on our video or send us an email. Until next time, we are Kawartha Mediums and we have your Third Eye View. Be sure to subscribe to our Third Eye View YouTube channel and check us out on Facebook. And as always, you can connect with us through Kawartha Mediums as well.